A wife comes home late one night and quietly opens the door to her bedroom. From under the blanket, she sees 4 legs instead of just her husband's 2. She reaches for a baseball bat and starts hitting the blanket as hard as she can. Once she's done, she goes to the kitchen to have a drink. As she enters, she sees her husband there, reading a magazine. He says, "Hi, darling, your parents have come to visit us, so I let them stay in our bedroom. Did you say hello?" A lady goes to the doctor and complains that her husband is losing interest in sex. The doctor gives her a pill, but warns her that it's still experimental. He tells her to slip it into his mashed potatoes at dinner, so that night she does just that. About a week later, she's back at the doctor where she says, "Doc, the pill worked great. I put it in the potatoes like you said." It wasn't 5 minutes later that he jumped up, raked all the food and dishes onto the floor, and ravaged me right there on the table. The doctor says, "I'm sorry. We didn't realize the pill was that strong. The foundation will be glad to pay for any damages." "Nah," she says. "That's okay. We're never going back to that restaurant anyway." A man is walking along a beach and finds a bottle. When he rubs the bottle, a genie appears and says, "I can grant you one wish." "Well," says the man, "I've never been too fond of flying, so could you make a highway from California to Hawaii?" The genie says, "Do you know how much of my power that would take?" The man says, "Okay, help me to understand what my wife thinks." The genie quickly says, "You want that highway 2-lane or 4-lane? An uneducated father and his educated son went camping. They set up a tent and slept. The father got up after some time and asked his son, "What can you see in the sky?" The son replied, "I can see many stars." The father then asked, "What does it resemble?" The son answered, "There are many planets." Suddenly, the father beat on his son's head and exclaimed, "Someone has stolen our tent." Husband asked his wife, "What would you do if I won the lottery?" Wife responded, "I would take half and leave you." Husband said, "Well, I won $20. Here's 10. Now get out." I told my boss 3 companies were after me and I needed a raise to stay at my job. We haggled for a few minutes and he gave me a 5% raise. Leaving his office, he stopped and asked me, "By the way, which companies are after you?" I responded, "The gas, electric, and cable company."